Alright, this next fight, another fight I'm really looking forward to. As I said before, Ilia Topuria is in one of my parlays. I've got a parlay with Ilia Topuria, and Muhammad Mokaev is one parlay, and also Ilia Topuria is part of another parlay with Nathaniel Wood, Ilia Topuria, Sergey Pavlovich, and Paddy Pimblett as well. And with that being said, it's pretty obvious that Ilia Topuria is my pick to win this fight. He is a pretty widespread favourite, and it's also definitely worth noting that a lot of people haven't really been pointing out. I've noticed the guys breaking down on YouTube. This fight is taking place at lightweight. Ilia Topuria is a more natural featherweight, I guess you could say, but he did have problems cutting weight to 145 in his last one, and maybe those weight cutting problems were so bad that he's decided to move up a weight class. Personally, I do hope Ilia Topuria does try and figure it out and makes his way back to 145, as I do think he's a much better 145 prospect than 155. But yeah, hopefully he's still a prospect nonetheless. He's good on the feet and he's good on the ground. I'm pretty sure all 11 wins are by finish. I think like 6 submission wins, 5 knockout wins. I am completely wrong. Sorry, 3 KO wins, 7 submission wins, 1 decision win there. Knocked out Ryan Hall in his last one in a pretty impressive performance, I guess you could say. It was just a weird fight. Ryan Hall going for Imanari rolls the whole time. I don't even think he attempted any other kind of takedowns. And Ilia Topuria was able to figure that out, and as Ryan Hall was kind of getting to his feet, he cracked him with a couple of good shots, and then he eventually managed to KO him as well. Jai Herbert, on the other hand, he's 1-2 in the UFC, but this is just because the guy is good. Jai Herbert is a very good guy. I guess he's a good prospect as well, but he is about 34 years old now. But the guys he's been fighting at a pretty high level. He fought Francisco Trinaldo in his debut, and then he lost to Renato Moicano, who just fought in a couple of pay-per-view cards in a row, actually, and then he beat knocked out Kama Worthy, as quite a few people actually have for Kama Worthy. But apart from that, he was the Cage Warriors champion. So good for him, man. He's fighting our Team Renegade Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but Ilia Topuria is an MMA Masters prospect, and in my opinion, Ilia Topuria is going to have a pretty superior ground game. It's worth noting that he's going to be an 8-inch reach advantage for Jai Herbert. He's also going to be a lot taller as well, but Ilia Topuria is very good at closing the distance. He can be very explosive if he wants to close the distance, and I do think once he gets it in close, he's going to have success in the striking, but I do think he's also going to have more success in the grappling. I think that's where Ilia Topuria is probably going to shine in this fight here, taking Jai Herbert to the mat and looking for a submission there. I don't think it's going to be a first round submission for Ilia Topuria, but I'll pick more like second or third round submission on the Topuria side. As I said though, this fight is taking place at 155, so maybe Jai Herbert's just going to be a little bit too big for him. But I don't think that is going to make too much of a difference in this fight. I think Ilia Topuria is just that good. But with that being said, I do hope Ilia Topuria makes a return back to 145, because I do genuinely believe this is much more natural weight class. But if the weight cut is too bad for him, man, who am I to judge a guy for moving up a weight class, dude? But I do hope that Ilia Topuria makes it back to 145 at some point, sometime soon. So that's my pick. Ilia Topuria inside the distance is probably very safe on this one here.